This podcast has a viewer discretion notice. Number 1. All conversations and digital conversations are real. Other people have had their opinion and their tuppence worth with regard to this topic and other topics, so it's only right that I have an opinion on the topic as well. And furthermore, the podcast will not become off the channel once it's up. It's staying put. Now, outside of saying the phrase, just keep clear or you'll be fine, is a very forgivable remark. But this character, but knowing absolutely everybody very quickly, and some people remember this character for wronger reasons, we will talk about later on in the podcast. My first communication with this character was concerning. The first communication stemmed back from a group chat regarding a comedy gig, and we'd previously performed at the Tenants Bar, and I thought there was another commitment up ahead, so I consulted the group chat just to double check what in my head was right or wrong. Nobody had an idea about what gig I was talking about, and then I realised actually I had, let's say, mistakenly thought there was a second gig. That was okay. I took my lashing for that in a kind of metaphorical way, because I have cheeky messages in group chat. But what do you expect in group chat? It's Scotland. Scottish people in group chat just don't go very well. But anyway, I got a text message all of a sudden. The following phrase, I mean this literally. Did you not get a memo? This cheek was the last straw on my back. I turned my phone off and I turned my Facebook off. I didn't use Facebook for 8 days straight. 5 days after this cheeky message gets slung my direction, I turned my phone on and I hadn't missed anything. But I contacted the person that sent this and said it was out of order and there was no point for it. And the person messaged back quite quickly saying, "Oh, I'm sorry you picked it up that way, I didn't mean it that way, we are friends." Wait, stop. So you cheated me one day and 5 days later you're imposing a friendship. And furthermore, I actually don't ever remember the friendship starting up. There was nothing. So it was an imposed friendship. And with imposed friendships, without being crude, they're fucked. And unbeknownst to me at the time, the more I hung about with this character, the more I was getting verbally abused at gigs and even just going for a drink. I was getting verbally abused by people from the scene, and I just couldn't understand it. The more I was publicly hanging about with this character, the more I got abuse. And eventually I found out exactly why. This character was going about the full scene saying that I thought the end of personal relationship with somebody else was funny. No way in hell is that truthful. That is absolute garbage. I've been through friendship breakdowns, quite a few of them. They're horrible, they're gnarly, and same with relationship breakdowns or when relationships come to an end. And just to give a wee bit of knowledge about me. I have been single 9 years. Why would I laugh at someone's relationship breakdown when I've been single for 9 years? Maybe, 9.5 actually now. But ultimately, why would a 9.5 year singleton laugh at another's relationship breakdown? That is hypocritical. I wouldn't go there. I know what the pain is like. But this jungle drum, metaphorical jungle drum, was getting struck that hard. The opposite end of that friendship got hearing what this person had to say, and that person had to stop what they were doing to tell this person to shut the fuck up. I don't know if it worked or didn't, because the stream of abuse from other acts seemed to be quite steady. Before I actually go into the next part, what I've described to you is the first of a few delusions that I'm going to try and talk through. The next part, anybody who is on my Facebook realises what I post on a daily basis. Is it shitty memes, photos with weird edgy captions, links to my YouTube stuff, occasional comedy uploads, and that's all I keep my Facebook page up to date with. Even with messages, that's exactly the same what I do. Leaving the scene has provided me at least a life where I don't dwell on the past. I'm now either looking into the future or the current, giving people links to videos to watch and stuff like that. That's just genuinely me there. Right, and if this character didn't understand what I was posting about, apparently I'm critiquing MIDI. Right, and basically that translates to English as, if his character doesn't understand what I was talking about, and because I'm showing emotion apart of MIDI, I'm not a fucking robot. 4 occasions between January and February the 27th, I had to phone this character up and explain to this character what I was talking about in the post and how it has absolutely zero relation to it. With this character, 4 times of which I had to intervene and calm down the situation. Before I go over and above this, that's number 2, delusions are reference. Next part I'm going to talk about is, everyone knows I'm a chatty guy, but even chatty guys have their quieter days. And if this character phoned me up and I was having a quieter day, an introvert day, this person would come out with a bizarre phrase saying that I was holding information against. With this character, what am I, Police Scotland or something? That's delusional. Possibly linking to the last delusion, but anyway. And then there was also one phrase that was used once over the phone. Are you fraternising with the enemy? That's like pure army patter. Number 1, I have no links to the army. Number 2, I do not cross the picket line. Also, between January and February, the person had been called for what you call an ATOS medical, and that is to determine your capability for work and transfer you over from healthcare related benefits to working benefits. And for some reason, although I had absolutely no idea that this was going on, the person came to a conclusion that I thought it was funny. And this justification the person was using, giving me flack. Now, as I said, not even 30 seconds earlier, I didn't have any foggy idea going through this. And moreover, I didn't ask it about welfare. I actually thought this person worked This is my wee world. I thought the person worked as something and basically didn't apply for any state help. Hearing this shocked me. And I can tell you something. Again, I wouldn't laugh at this because I'd make myself look like a complete fucking hypocrite. Because if anybody knows me long enough, we can rewind to 2017, and I was in a hospital for a 6-month marker, and it was fucking grim. They sent me an appointment and I had to attend. So my consultant gritted his teeth and got 2 nurses to take me up to this place. I went in and the actual assessment only lasted 8 minutes. I was out of touch with reality or anything around me. I was so ill and a bit tripping on the medicines. I couldn't answer even one of her questions, and they could see how overwhelmingly ill I was, and they seen what medicines I was on and all my T1, T2A, T3, T4, and other forms, and the TCA paper pack. They seen it. I was out in 8 minutes, and I was told to keep on that benefit until I got out of hospital and then transferred to something else. But according to the actual worker taking me for that assessment myself, I was one of the iller people that she's seen in a long while. I just wanted to stab it down. The person was misreading my Facebook posts and stuff like that. Now we're coming up to 26th of February. I publicly talk on Facebook about why I was leaving the scene comedy wise. I didn't aim names, I didn't infer anything, I didn't aim status like a teenager. I just said, attitudes. Just kept it very, very general, and at 1:50 in the morning, 27th of February 2019, I got this amazingly long wall of text telling them to get a fucking grip and stop posting shite. Well, you're not going to boss me around my own Facebook page, so jam up your arse. When I seen that text message, I got on the phone. I was raging. I did say the word cunt towards a person on the opposite end because they were acting like it. And I use that word cunt probably a fair amount of times. Now I am aware the person that I'm talking to over the phone in this scenario recorded a snippet of about a minute long and dashed it about like a joint at a house party, and people believe what this character said, and the reality is that conversation that I'm talking about is 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So that's how long things were. And apart from anything, it wasn't just the conversation was going via text message, it was going via Facebook message as well. And later that night, that person had contacted me seeking to arrange a meet, right? And due to the nature of the previous chats during the day, and then eventually I got a text message saying, meet that character at a venue. If we're going to keep it neutral, we're going to do it in a, let's say, coffee house elsewhere. So Thursday 28th of February, the meet was arranged at 6:30 PM I don't need to tell you much about my career history, but I did do work for a service that did provide mediation, right? And it's the same age-old story. The person that wants to thrash out the matter and deal with it, they turn up 20-30 minutes early, whereas the one that's put a hefty guilty turns up 30 minutes late. And that's exactly what happened. The person had some topics to bring to the table, fair enough. I had some, fair enough, but also had some that this person had also, so we were able to tag team a lot of topics, and I was able to look the person square in the eyes and say stuff like, is not going to control what I post and not post on social media, and can post whatever the hell wants on social media. That was that, and a few other things I talked about. And I was able to provide direct reassurance, eye to eye, mano to mano, about things that was not sure about. I was able to provide direct reassurance on that part. From there, the meeting only lasted about 27-28 minutes. But because I know this character has a fair ability to take what you say and use it against you, or take something you say 3 months ago and add bits onto it and spin it around and fling it back out. I had assistance of a friend who was sitting quite nearby and could hear everything that he said and I said, and that was absolutely fine. And I've still got a copy of the mediation conversation, I'd like to call it. Clearly this type of mediation had absolutely no effect. Within about 10 days, the person was back being as nasty as ever. In fact, I was doing flyering with 2 other people, and as they came to the door of this venue, I said, "Hello, how are you?" And I got the phrase "fuck off" snapped at in my face. So I went straight down and spoke to the organiser of that night. The organiser that night, in quotation, didn't want drama. I tried to ask, but this character, I square to the face, "Why did you do that? Why did you tell me to F off?" And then that's when this character enlisted taller, heavier set friend, and I asked the question again, and this person spoke on behalf of him. He was like, Andrew! You know, that almost way that you speak to dogs in. No one speaks to me like a dog, and nobody speaks to anybody like a dog, so you can wind your neck in your shite. So that's another occasion that I had been humiliated at a venue, and I just went straight up the stairs and out the door. I thought, fuck, a lot of you is when you can't even bloody deal with incidents of antisocial behaviour, aggression or threat. My leaving due was the 10th of April. That went fine. A couple of days after, I went extremely public with what I had suffered. The person nagged a friend to try and fight his corner. But the odd thing is, this character is in at least 30s. I'm nearing my 30s myself. I can fight my own battles, and I'm sure that person can, and I'm not too sure why this person is trying to enlist others to fight the back. There was actually ever only one person fighting this person back through this process. Deleted, blocked, and the person themselves who tried to communicate deleted and blocked. So 3 months had passed now, it's July, just nearing Ed Finch time, and I got his random text message, right? And I think it stems from looking at my name on the running order of an Edinburgh Fringe show, adding 2 and 2 together, coming up with 47, thinking that is the definitive answer. But in actual fact, I had only had my name on the running order on one occasion for that show in Edinburgh, so I wasn't even there for 2 Fringe days. I was only there for 10 minutes of a Fringe day. It was not me returning from comedy, returning to comedy. No. That was just a brief flash. In like 10 minutes. That's not really a return. Instead, this character was clearly expecting me to get on the phone and give dogs abuse. But instead, the character got a slightly different reply, told to get their facts right before contacting again. I had learned in hindsight, after me publicly discussing the issues that were going on, that other people had issues. In actual fact, other people had far more severe issues. Right, I had at least 4 months of vendetta. Right? And it was really bad, you could think. But there were people come forth and saying that they had a death threat slung by exactly the same person. Exact wording is, "You're a marked man. Everywhere you go, people will notice you." Now that was one occasion somebody got death threat. An audience member got square gold by this character. Another incident of aggression where this character went for a relatively newer act. Another example incident. This character turned up at a comedy night, and asked if there were any spots going. And unfortunately, there were not. This person threw a strop in real life, but also by the time this character got home, there was all sorts of bad mouthing, like telling people not to go to this venue anymore, stuff like that. And also talking of the topic bad mouthing, this character would badmouth other acts, badmouth venues, badmouth bookers. It was all getting a little bit insane, to be perfectly honest. If we have you as your audience is your bread and butter, you do not disrespect them. They're the ones that can leave the venue like that. And also, you do not disrespect bookers, because they could have you on and they can take you back off the stage quicker and you can get up on the stage, and also they can get you barred right out of the comedy scene in Scotland altogether, let alone Glasgow. This is just putting into perspective what I had suffered. Yes, I suffered bad, but other people had more acute and nasty experiences. And anybody that receives any kind of threat, like a physical threat or a death threat or a threat to reputation or something like that, you need to make a conversation with the local police, because you don't deserve it. Nobody deserves it. Nobody has any right to have that flung on their doormat. Nobody needs that. So anyone that's anyone that's going through a situation of threat or death threat, please, although it's hard, let the police know, especially if it's in writing, like on a Facebook message, a text message, an email or whatever. You need to know. And also, this behaviour is erratic. It's unpredictable. It's concerning. This is not somebody acting at their 100% best, or the Americans call it the best version of me. that's actually it's really concerning picture. It's like driving a car down Great Western Road with smoke billowing out, exhaust pipe, indicators are not working, window wipers don't exist because they've been pulled off in the 1990s. There's at least 5 lights on the dashboard and keep on driving. It's irresponsible to keep on continuing. I would say to this character, stop and take stock. Take a big bunch of notes like how long this has been going on, from when did it start, was there anything triggering, drug consumption, absolutely put everything laid bare on this piece of paper. Book yourself an appointment for a doctor, and it doesn't matter if you're howling your eyes out at doctor, the doctor will get you the relevant treatment and help, and that doesn't mean he's going to send you up to the castle in the sky. The doctor will probably, most likely, get anti-anxiety medicine put on you. There are third sector mental health charities that would love to help people, like EDAM, SAMH, GAMH, and a few others. And I could be rhyming off quite a few there, but maybe talking therapies, and then maybe come back in 6 months as a brand new, out the box person to ready to punch all them lines. And that's really all I have to say on the matter. On another video that I was saying, within the 7 months of being away from comedy, I have got myself a back shift, and I'm quite happily settled there, and I get paid weekly. I'm responsible for a floor. I'm accountable to my boss. My responsibilities are a variety of tasks over that floor. It's really good. Also, my evenings are being used more creatively now, instead of going to venues and getting verbally abused and not even being paid. I go into a venue of work, do a big bunch of things, get paid, get respected, and there's mechanisms if there's any issues. I actually far prefer that. The job itself might not be glamorous, it might be very mundane and boring, but I feel it's better, and I don't have to deal with public into the same bargain as well. So once again, I'm happy, I've got my shit out. This is staying on the YouTube because everyone else has had their opinion. I'm entitled to have my opinion, and I am not going to be subject to content control.